Hey, how's it going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eater, and the American Shrimp Contest is now less than a week away, but the deadline is on the 25th. There is still time to enter. It is hosted by Aquashella. It is taking place at the Dallas Market Hall on October 30th and 31st. So come on down, celebrate Halloween with us. If you can't, maybe you can send in some shrimp and find out on Halloween. You might get lucky, an extra $250 award, or maybe just some first, second, or third place and show off your shrimp, and it is great for the hobby as well. So now real quick, a couple things have changed from the last show to this show. We got together and agreed that a couple things needed to improve to make our show a little bit better. So first off is, instead of half-inch size requirement, we are now bumping that up to 3/4 size. This just makes a lot more sense considering most adult shrimp are already at that 1-inch size. The next thing is, you no longer need male and female. It doesn't matter what sex. We're just looking for the best group of 3 shrimp. You can enter 5 possible, but we're still going to judge the best 3. Do not send in more than 5 or less than 3 because you will be disqualified. So now another thing I just want to go over, this isn't really something that has changed, but however, we are going to be a little bit more strict on this. There are no wild type shrimp allowed to be entered in the contest. Before, where we have allowed tangerine tigers or super tigers to be allowed, they will no longer be accepted. So no tangerine tigers, auroras, super tigers, or even red tigers allowed. So now probably the biggest change we've made is we have merged the Neocaridina categories into one category. So solid and really variants are now in category 1. And then that has opened up category 6. It is now Caridina hybrids with eye morphs. So then category 5 is Caridina hybrids with normal eyes. Now the reason for that is there really wasn't enough participation in the really group to give it its own category. And on top of that, the orange eyes have really made a breakthrough in the hobby lately. The popularity and the demand for them has just given them their opportunity to have their own category. So now for Best of Show, we are no longer going to award that to the group with the most amount of points. We are now going to take all the judges and vote on the first place of all the categories to decide who gets Best of Show. Now you may ship your shrimp in early, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. You may drop them off from 9 to 5 p.m. Any shrimp that are delivered after 5 p.m. on Friday will be disqualified, no exceptions. Now, if you want to ship your shrimp in, you can ship them in with a return label, and I'll be able to get those shrimp back to you. Please contact me beforehand so we can arrange that prior to the contest. You can ship the shrimp in addressed to Robert Lupton or Flip Aquatics at 2200 North Stemmons Freeway, Dallas, Texas 75207. And basically just put no name on any of the bags. Just label the bag with the type of shrimp that's on it and the category that's going into, and that's all that needs to be on the bag. Please just have your name on the box and only give your box to an organizer, either me, Shelby, or Rob at Flip Aquatics. Now the awards show will be at 2 p.m. October 31st on Sunday, and then after that at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. you may pick up your shrimp, no sooner and no later. Then finally, the last thing we need to talk about is we have gone and changed the judges' scoring system. We have made it so that there is a 100-point system instead of a 10-point system. We've kind of done away with health and vitality because basically if the shrimp aren't healthy, they don't make it into the competition anyways. So we focus all of the points on factors that actually play more of an important part on the quality of the shrimp. So I'm just going to go ahead and just throw all the slides through instead of going over each individual category. But for the most part, it has made it so that the Neocaridinas aren't going to always get the highest points in the easiest way or the easiest fashion. There's now a judge's impression as well as a difficulty on how hard it is to breed those shrimp that'll play into fact of getting higher points for the more designer Caridina that are a little bit harder to breed and take a little bit more skill and task in doing so. So now the reason why we're transparent with the score sheets is this is a beginner's contest. This is to prepare breeders and hobbyists who want to move on to the next step and get them ready to compete at the international level. So then real quickly to top everything off, we'll just go over the groups real quickly and I'll give you some quick examples of what you can enter in each group. For Neocaridina, that's the basics. Red cherries to black rose, and then any orange rillies or red rillies or anything in between would be perfectly fine as well for category 1. Category 2 is going to be crystals, crystal blacks, crystal reds, Michelins, pure red, pure black, as well as super crystals, as long as they're not crossed with any tigers or show Taiwan bee traits. So category 3 is going to be Taiwan bees. These are going to be your shadow Mizuras, your shadow pandas, black King Kongs, red King Kongs, red bolts and blue bolts. Just be very careful with the red bolts and blue bolts that you're not entering steels or anything that shows predominant steel traits such as like green pigment on the head. Now category 4, that's where it starts to get tricky. Those are the tigers, and again it is just Caridina marina, so your orange-eyed black tigers, your orange-eyed blue tigers, solid black tigers would be okay, as well as orange-eyed red tigers. Now category 5 is going to be all of your hybrids, pintos, fancy tigers, Thai bees, Nanashi, anything along those lines is going to go into category 5. Basically, if you cross a tiger and a bee, it fits into this category. And then category 6 is basically all of category 5 that has abnormal eyes, so you can have silver, yellow, or orange eyes, or even the hollow eye. Any of those genetic traits is going to be acceptable for category 6. This is the brand new category, so we expect to see a lot of very neat and new and interesting shrimp pop up in this category. So then one last tip, if you're sending it in or bringing in your shrimp, more water the better. This is going to help the shrimp be less stressful and allow them to show their true colors on the contest day. So with that being said, you want to enter your group of 5, enter your best shrimp, your biggest shrimp, your most colorful shrimp, and you want them to all look the same if possible. That is going to get you the most points. And then with that being said, have a good night, good luck, thanks for watching.